Alright, welcome back to Stay Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and yeah, it's the beach episode. Whoa boy, fan service. Then again, we got plenty of fan service in the last episode, so why you guys would need more, I don't know, but I took the liberty of getting you guys some more. Alright, so without further ado, let's go. Pretty sure she's mumbling something about stupid American as outside she changes. For someone who complained about me taking so long to get ready, Yuji hasn't exactly been the model of speed changing herself. It's been 10 minutes and I'm pretty sure she hasn't made a peep. Yeah, and I'm the one taking too long. You okay there, Yuji? It's been 10 minutes. I'm fine, just taking my time, okay? Taking your time? Have you even changed into your swimsuit yet? Yes. Are you coming down with a sudden case of shyness? I already told you I've never worn a swimsuit in front of a man before, so I'm a little nervous, okay? Would it help if I close my eyes before you walk out? A little. Okay, I have my eyes closed. Come out and tell me to open them when you're ready. What if I'm never ready? Then you'll have to leave me around Pyongyang describing everything around in a textbook like you're some sort of low-budget visual novel. I love how self-aware this game is. Okay, I'm coming out. The door opens slowly and her muffled footsteps coming out from the outhouse. I think I'm okay. You can open them now. Okay, and do I look okay? Okay. She's hotter than Willie Peachshell going off in a crowded market square. Whatever the fuck that means. Yunji looks fantastic though. I mean, she's not as filled out as her sister, but there's I think there's a little something left to be imagined. I don't know. I'm getting changed. Well, hold up, Yunji. Don't mistake my silence for disapproval. I was monologuing. I don't understand. Yunji, you look great. You have nothing to worry about. And to be honest, I guarantee you the guys are staring at you. You just can't see them. Again, I don't understand. Could you just speak plainly? Sorry, I just mean that you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you. I feel a lot better. I was worried I wasn't attractive. You are! Though, maybe you just need to lighten up on the tsundere routine. Now, let's hit the beach. We head over to the beach. I must admit, the ocean is exceptionally clean and blue here. Hope it stays that way. They could probably actually make money off tourism with this ocean. Well, if they ever got over the whole build nukes and piss off the entire world thing. I spread out the towels and put up the umbrella. Then I noticed we're forgetting something. Hey, Yunji, did you bring any sunblock? Why did you forget the sunscreen? You goddamn idiot. No, I'm afraid we didn't have any. Do we need it? Oh. Well, we didn't have anything to begin with. Never mind, I take that back. Sunburns are no joking matter. Do you want to know how much of a tan I got after a 9-month deployment in baking Afghan sun? If you're so worried, they may have some at the store over there. Better lead the way. They might freak out if I go alone. If I'm not shot first. Well, I can't have you being shot after being so nice to me about my swimsuit. Again, my hand is grabbed and I'm led to the store. Well, what's being passed as a store? Pretty sure this store is a state-run. It's small, sparse, and the cashier is wearing an army uniform. Oh, and he has a rifle slung over his shoulder because, you know, what if you have to engage in invading naval infantry in between shifts? Suppose that's one way to discourage shoplifting. The shop was set up specifically to service for foreign tourists, but we can't be too careful with foreigners, so it needs protection. Maybe if you all didn't confiscate t-shirts you deemed as anti-Korean propaganda, you wouldn't need to state-run shops like this. I'm not having another discussion about us taking your t-shirt. Though I have to admit, if you wanted to get foreigners spending money in your shops, confiscating half of their stuff on the way is one way to do it. I'm going to let that one slide, but only because you complimented my swimsuit. Let's just go find the sunblock and go. There's not a lot in the store, which means the selection leaves a lot to be desired. Just like, I skipped the text block again! I really need to stop doing that. There's only one bottle of sunblock and it appears to be past its sell-by date. And it's only 2.5 SPF to boot. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Literally. There's no choice here. I pick it up and pay the nice, heavily armed cashier, and we're on our way back. Just a warning, this bottle won't survive today. You're going to have to reapply this early and often. How early and often do you think? I'd say about the time we're done applying the first coat, it'll be past the time for a new coat. Whatever, I'm going to lay down and relax. Would you... No. Would you like me to apply the sunblock to your back? Is this some sort of excuse to get your hands on me? Typically it would be, but now... typical it would, but now I'm just looking out for you. And I suppose afterwards you'll want me to rub it on you? Well, yeah, I don't want a sunburn either. We should have gone indoor skiing. Maybe next trip. You'll be lucky if we ever get another date. Or if you ever get another date. Hell, I'll be lucky if I ever get a date in general. I'm so lonely. Yoonji turns around and lets me apply the sunblock to her back. In turn, she does the same to me. Afterwards, we finish slathering up and lay down the umbrella on our towels. Is it okay if we nap for a bit and take a quick dip in the ocean? That sounds like fun, sure. And with that, she smiles and closes her eyes. Guess I'll do the same. Shan-kun, you are in danger. This is some sort of dream? Pretty much. Did I get the ominous voice thing right? It was okay, I've heard scarier. Is that better, Megan? Hey! It's Gunny! This is the same guy from the tank dating sim. Ah, Gunny! What the hell are you doing here? Do not give me that shit, maggot! You are in danger, you limp-tip fuck-nugget! God damn it, Gunny, get out of my dreams! Well, that was completely weird and unnecessary. You okay over there, Yoonji? Looking over, I notice Yoonji isn't there. Only then do I notice the splashing in the ocean. Looks like Yoonji is having some fun swimming. Wow, guess she does know how to have fun. She glances my way and notes I'm awake and waves me over, so I head into the water. Kind of cold, but not too bad. Glad to see you're awake. I was afraid you wouldn't get a chance to go swimming. How long was I out? About an hour or so. Unfortunately, the driver came and woke me up. We have to head back soon. Glorious Leader has put the whole country on high alert. If we don't get home before a certain time, we'll have to spend the night either at a hotel or we'll have to camp out somewhere. Sounds serious. What happened? Seems there's been a national emergency yet again. It appears the Glorious Leader has run out of imported French wines, and therefore we're under alert until the next shipment can come. That doesn't seem to warrant martial law. Reports are incomplete, but Glorious Leader wouldn't institute such a drastic action unless it was justified. I guess I'll bury that gift deep in my big bag at the house. Nothing important, carry on. Well, either way, let's not let that ruin our fun. We should swim a little before changing and heading home. And with that, we splash around, have a couple swimming races, and generally have a good time. Or try to anyway. My intention of being in this country grows by the minute. Afterwards, we get changed, and we're back in the car heading for Pyongyang. I wish we could have stayed a little longer. There's a nice little shrine in that area. I could have made a wish. Well, there are other ways to make a wish. Dandelions, falling stars, even the digits on a clock. One of those things doesn't sound like the others. Oh, if you have a digital clock somewhere, you wait for the numbers to align to a time, like 11:11, then you make a wish. I'll give it a try sometime, but would you mind letting me use your lap for a pillow again? I could use another nap. Oh, no worries. And with that, she lays her head down my lap again. And we're heading home in the same way we went to the beach. I get the feeling the whole national emergency thing skipped my dialogue. To make sure the Korean populace knows who's really in control here. It really blows. Two people I've interacted with the most really seem nice. They deserve better than being on a false high alert. Looking up, I think I see the driver staring back at me in the rearview mirror. If he knows that I noticed, then he obviously doesn't care, because he makes no motion to stop looking at me. Not sure what to make of it. Maybe I'm just paranoid and sleepy. These past 3 days have gone by so quickly, especially because of all the places I've gone with these two girls. It's kind of nice to kick back and relax a little after having another of Yoonji's meals. Why do I keep clicking on everything in the wrong way? Bleh! I must admit, she does a great job with the limited food they have here in North Korea. Only thing is, now there's too much time to kill and nothing to do. Jung and Yoonji are sitting reading books. I'm just here on the floor describing what's going on in my head. Hey, Did you two have a radio somewhere? Maybe there's something we can listen to. Yes, we do have a radio. Actually, KCBC should be airing Voice of Korea soon. Voice of Korea? What's that? It's mostly news and music, and the reading of the original leader's memories. It's the best radio program. You'll love it. Suppose it's better than staring at the ceiling. Can we tune in? Certainly. Let me go get the radio. Suppose it would be a good idea to listen to the news, see if anything has happened recently. Maybe your government finally apologized for your aggressive stance against our glorious leader. You probably shouldn't hold your breath. I have no intention of holding my breath. Never mind. I think I hear Jung mumbling something about an antenna not being put back inside the radio correctly. Pretty sure she paired it with an unfaltering comment about the nature of her sister's tidiness. Yunji, how many times do I have to tell you to put the antenna back into the radio so it doesn't get bent or broken? How do we know I was the one to last use the radio? The dial sits at the Korean soap opera station. You're the only person who listens to it. You have a soap opera station? Yes, well, the stories are very moving. The latest episode of Pathway to Pyongyang had its big finale last week. I'll pass on a summary. How about we just turn on the radio? Yes, that's a good choice. You don't want to get Yunji going about her soaps. Jung starts up the radio while Yunji mutters something about pairing arsenic in the next batch of kimchi. Good thing she probably can't get her hands on any. They have a hard time getting food here, let alone exotic poisons. Looks like they've got an old 80s style boombox complete with double cassette deck. The record button on deck 2 is missing though, probably for the best. I didn't think they played anything current here anyway. After fiddling with the dial, Jung finally gets a signal. And almost immediately she snaps to attention when hearing the marching music coming through. Yunji has done the same thing. Guess I'd better stand as well. And 3 consecutive march songs later, we finally get to sit down. You have 3 national anthems! Don't be absurd. Only the first song was our national anthem. The other 2 songs were the original leader and son of the original leader. So in essence, you have 3 anthems, and I imagine a 4th in the works for the glorious leader. Yes, I would think glorious leader will be getting an anthem as well. I'd consider starting a really comfortable shoe company for all the standing you'll have to do. Though I don't think your government would let me start a business. Haha! So funny, Mr. Smarty Mouth. At least ours are original. Your country set its anthem to a British drinking tune. Well, at least it's not the German anthem. That one is actually a drinking tune. Wow. Well, depending on your circle of friends, I guess. Hush, you two. The news is about to start. This is the Voice of Korea. I'm your host, B-Gu Wong. Is that a real name? That guy definitely had a rough childhood. Why? I don't see how it would... Oh, okay. In today's top story, Glorious Leader has declared the next 2 days as a national holiday to celebrate his triumph over the American dictator in trade negotiations. In this momentous victory, excuse me, I screwed up a bit there. Glorious Leader has said to have secured a trade deal with an American idiot-in-chief in exchange for vastly superior armaments. While the details are still unclear, it appears he sent a small payment to the head wingnut for what the Americans claim is the newest weapon, the ID-110T missile system. Let us all hold a moment of silence and awe at our glorious leader's negotiation skills. Maybe I could try to sell the glorious leader some chemlight batteries if I ever bump into him. We get 2 days off! We can all do something together! We've already done things together, like play Jushopoly. Oh, right, that was it. I think she means we can have a group date together. But sister, I thought we were supposed to... We've done that for 3 days now. We're really at the point in time where we should start having a group outing. Yes, this does seem like the proper spot and time for that. I mean, you know, it is the 3rd day and all. We haven't gone to Kyoto yet. Let me see if I have this correct. For 3 days, we've gone on single girl dates, just one of us and Sean. And now because we're about to enter day 4, it's required we have a group outing? Yes, sister, that is how it's done. It just sounds so scripted. Well, sometimes you do have to plan things out. Precisely. So for the next 2 days, it shall be all three of us together, sharing the good times and making memories. So where will we go on this trip? Let me think about it for a bit. I nod and we again focus on the ongoing broadcast over the radio. And while our generals couldn't reach an agreement with Russian President Vladimir Putin on a summit date, the hope is that the Russians will meet with us soon to discuss our next shipment of voluntary laborers to Siberia. Turning to entertainment news, Glorious Leader has announced he will put on a concert tour next year, where he will perform his international hit singles. The voluntary audience is considered mandatory and fun will be had by all. Dates to be announced soon. Mandatory voluntary attendance? In the courts we call that being voluntold. Glorious Leader has a wonderful singing voice. It's an honor to be able to attend his concerts. I hope I do not get wall duty again while the Pyongyang dates are announced. Yes, you were really upset last time. I'll see about switching shifts with you if that happens. You'd do that for me? Of course, Yuji. You are my precious younger sister. I want the best the world can offer you. Thank you, sister. You're always looking out for me. It is touching to see how much Jean cares for Yuji. Though sometimes I wonder if she goes too far and ignores her own wants or needs. And now, a word from our sponsors. Sponsors? I didn't think your government was allowed for something so capitalistic. You're capitalist. You won't be hearing ads for sweatshop sneakers or designer medicines. Then what sort of commercial will I be hearing? The only thing that deserves to be advertised. I should have known. Not really. I should have known. Good morning, citizens. Good morning, citizens of best true Korea. Truly you are graced to live here. This beautiful land of plenty is sent by the divinity of our original leader to his grandson, our glorious leader. He alone has the wisdom to direct our country to its rightful ascension as rulers of the world. But he is not alone in his eternal struggle against the forces of those who occupy all our other lands, especially our birthright land to the south. The Workers' Party, the only party that represents all its citizens anywhere on Earth, assists our glorious leader as he stares down the threats the world poses to us. Together, glorious leader and the Workers' Party will lead our nation to total triumph over the evil forces of the United States and its enabler allies. Remember to support your Workers' Party by saluting our brave military members who will do battle on our behalf. True Korea prevail! Man, I thought commercials in America were long-winded. That was... Are you crying, Yunji? That was poetry. Beautiful poetry. I'm so happy to be a part of our destiny. Okay, John? Sorry, I was just lost in thought, trying to figure out where to go for our outing. Maybe we can get out of the city and go somewhere else? I could use a change in scenery. I had considered that option. Oh no, we're not going camping again. Never, ever, ever again. Who said anything about camping? You did. You suggested a change in scenery from the city. Well, yeah, but I never said it had to be camping. Don't mind Yuji. She's hated camping ever since she was in the Young Pioneer League. All the other kids threw her camping gear at the river after she shot them with a pellet gun. Pfft, it's not like they didn't deserve it. Yuji stuck out her tongue. Regardless, we aren't going camping, Yuji, so you can relax. Thank goodness. We only have one tent anyway, and it's only designed for 2 people. That would make the trip rather cozy. Not even. You'd be sleeping under the stars. You'd at least give me a sleeping bag, right? We only have 2, sorry. We packed some extra blankets from the depot, but regardless, we aren't going camping. Then where are we going? John brings over the map that she's been studying and points to an area on the eastern part of the Chinese-Korean border. Paitaku Mountain. We'll be spending our trip there. A mountain? Not just any mountain. It's the most sacred mountain in all Korea. Original leader's son was born atop the mountain. It also serves as an important encampment for our country's struggles against the evil Nipponese! Boring. Enough history. Paitaku Mountain has lots of glorious waterfalls, as well as some natural hot springs. Oh, that's the reason why! Which is good, since it's always cold up there. Glad you mentioned that. We'll be staying at a small, little-known hot spring cottage near Lake Chon. Sounds like a fun little outing. Perfect for a group date. And our final story tonight. It has come to the Workers' Party's attention that there are potentially still some Western sympathizers in the ranks. Glorious Leader is investigating into this, and appropriate action will be taken. Have a lovely holiday. Those two things don't really go together. Who cares? Go rest up. We've got to catch a train and then take a car tomorrow to get to our destination. And we still need to pack. That's true, sister. Let's all get ready for the trip. Well, I'm already packed, but some extra sleep wouldn't hurt. Yes, you'll want to be full of energy for this trip. Sleep is essential. Good night, Yunji. Looks like the next 2 days are all set. I'm looking forward to it. And with that, before my alarm cuts me off at 4:40 whatever again, I think I better go ahead and stop here. So next time, it's the Essential Hot Spring Trips. So we'll see you guys then.